Hi guys, welcome back. Yesterday and today we have been freeze drying candy, and we got enough done, what we think is enough for the time being. So we are going to freeze dry some beef patties, and I think all I can get on here is 5 of them. And we've already taken the weight of the actual trays, and we've weighed the individual patties, so that we know what it's going to take to rehydrate them when that time comes. But we just want to do these and store them away. That's what we're doing these for. And so it's just this quick, this simple. You see that? I'm just doing that. I'm just trying to get this, guys, where you see what I'm doing. But I mean, it's basically, I'm just doing the same thing over and over, just doing the patties. And then I'm going to go ahead and start putting them into the freeze dryer, well, so that they don't warm up. So I'm just loading them in now. But it was just that quick. We made sure that they're frozen, and we cooled down the freeze dryer. It's down to 21 degrees right now. So we waited till it got below freezing so that it wouldn't affect our food at all. Everything would be nice and cold. So I'm going to load this one up and then go ahead and fill up the last one. And this one is only getting 4 burgers because we didn't have an extra burger. And I am checking for my ring to make sure, and it is completely sealed. And I know you can't see this, and I apologize, maybe on a different video, because this was just really quick, just to let you know we were doing the raw meat. And so we've loaded the trays, we've closed the drain valve. We're going to go ahead and go with continue. Now we're waiting on it. And so those are now in the freeze dryer. It's freezing, and that was that simple, guys.
I took out all my trays at 16 hours and 44 minutes. And let me go ahead. It says process complete, so let me go ahead and open the drain. So at 16 hours and 44 minutes, I went ahead and I took them out, and I weighed each tray instead of just breaking my patties open. I went ahead and weighed each tray, and then I put it back in there for 2 hours, which is now 18 hours and 44 minutes. Just so that I can go ahead and take them out and weigh each tray again and see if there's any difference, if any more moisture was pulled out. So let me go ahead and open this and pull out the first tray. So this tray 2 hours ago weighed 407 grams, and it weighs 407 grams. So this one is good. I'm going to take out tray number 2. I didn't really feel like breaking my patties. I kind of want them whole. So I just thought I'd go ahead and do it this way. So that says 458, and the weight I had before was 458. So that one is good as well. Tray number 3. This one said 456, and we are at 456. So we didn't lose any. So it appears that maybe it was ready before, but I didn't want to take any chances. So I went ahead and put it in. This one said 456 as well. And it is 456. And then we got one more to go. This one said 460. And it says 459. Yeah, 460. So we are good to go. So I'm going to turn the, well, I'm going to leave the scale on because I did my baggies. And so I've got beef patties raw, what they weighed, each individual patty initially, what they would weigh per bag. I'm going to put 6 per bag, today's date, and then the freeze dry weight per patty. So I do need to weigh one of those patties, and the reason that I'm doing that is just so that I can know when it's time to rehydrate them exactly how much moisture I need to add there. So I had that it was 116 per patty, and those are grams. So I'm going to go ahead and zero that out with the plate on there, and go ahead and put a glove on. Since I don't have to run anything else, I'm going to go ahead and set the freeze dryer to defrost. All right, so one patty is 54 grams. So we went from 116 grams per patty to 54. I lost my marker. There it is. I'm just going to put 54 on there. I'm just going to do that on each bag. I'm doing it before I put the things in there, but I think for in the future, I don't really care for the way the Sharpie. I need a thinner point because I don't really care for all that bulkiness. It makes it, to me, it makes it a little bit harder to read. So, but because this is our first, this is batch number 5. That's what that is right there. But batch number 5, because it's the 5th batch that we've done, but the first 4 were all candy. So this is the first actual food that we've done. You know, it's required a lot of running time. The candy was only about 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours. So, all right, so I have that. And then I have total weight over here, which is once I have my burgers in there and I have the oxygen absorber in there and it's all sealed, I'm going to go ahead and put that final weight there. Just I'm trying to hurry up because I don't want these things to absorb any moisture. So that's what they look like. And I don't want to break it open, but yeah, it just feels like foam. I'm hoping to get 6 in here is what I wrote. I'm going to put 3 and push them back. Yeah. And then if I can get 3 in the front. Yep. And that leaves me, I'm going to go ahead and put them. Oh, you couldn't see that. I'm off camera. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put them all in the bags first. And then I'm going to open up. So I got 6 in there. So I think that's going to, yeah, that's going to leave me enough room. But I'm going to go ahead and put the oxygen absorber in there once I have all my bags set up. Grab these 3. And I am working on the towel because when I get done, go ahead and put it in the wash. Got another 6 in there. 3. The bag closed on me. Grab another 3. And I didn't want to put 2 gloves on because I want it to be able to write. And so another 3. And then I have one more bag to go. All right, guys, so I'm going to take this glove off. I have 6 burgers. My hands are so sweaty from being in that glove. Ugh. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my oxygen absorbers. I opened these last time I needed some, and then I put the remaining ones in here. And so I need 6, and there's, I think, just a couple extra ones in there. So I'm going to go ahead and open that, and you can hear. And so I'm going to go ahead and 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 6. Grab the 6 that I need. Put that cap back on so that that doesn't affect. There's 3 left, and that'll go ahead and seal back up in a little bit. So I'm putting 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, guys, I said I needed 6 because that was my initial plan, was 6 bags, but I got 4 bags, so I'm putting 2 back in. So I'm putting 2 back in. So I got 4 bags. That's what I have. And, you know, nothing fancy. Hair straightener. And like this on half. And just hold it down for just a few seconds. And that was way too long on these bags, or my temperature was too high. I've never had that happen before. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that bag right there. It just, I'm going to go ahead and just try the other side, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so I'm not sure. It is really hot. So I'm not sure on this one. I'm going to have to come back to that one because I don't want to waste time. So that's that's all I do, as long as it's sealed, because you know you don't want to spend all that time freeze drying and putting your food up and then go to get into it later on and it have gone bad. So I am definitely don't like the way this one looks, but I'm going to let it cool, and then I'm going to make sure, because that is hot. But that's it. So now what I'm going to do is get these out of the way so that they can be washed and weigh. The bags. So zero it out. And so the total weight with oxygen absorbers and everything, bag weight, oxygen absorber weight is 357. So I'm going to go ahead and write that on here. just right there. I don't know why that, see that? I got 4 grams. I'm going to go ahead and weigh that again just to make sure, because I'm not sure where that came from. Okay, so maybe I missed it. 353. All right, so we're back at 0. $352. Back at 0. That one says 355. 354. 354. And this one says 350. 349. 348. 349. Yep, 349. That says 355. I wrote down 354. Now it's 354. My scale is missing that and that. So I think that might be throwing it off. They're at opposite ends though, so I wouldn't think that it would really matter. I mean, we are talking just a gram, so I think we're good. All right. So guys, that was us freeze drying raw beef patties. But I started out with 24 patties. I had 5 on each tray except for the last tray where I only had 4. My patties were 1/4 pound patties, which turned out to be 116 grams. After freeze drying, when we weighed the patty, it was only 54 grams. So it lost more than half its weight. I let it run for a total of 18 hours and 44 minutes. But the weight at 16 hours and 44 minutes was the weight that I got at 18 hours and 44 minutes. So it was probably done the first time. But because we are new to this, I just want to make sure that everything is drying properly. And so I'm going to go ahead and do these checks for several more batches just to make sure that everything's running the way it's supposed to be running.
All right, y'all, this is what it looks like. It's been a few hours. You can tell where it's sucked in. So the one that I was worried about that got broke and all that, that one sealed with the straightener so they all got sucked in. Which is not necessary, but it makes me feel better when I see that. I know it's not necessary, but it does feel better. Alright.
Guys, thank you for spending your time with me. I hope you've learned something. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. Be nice. Remember, I'm new to this. And guys, I wish you a wonderful and blessed day. Till next time.